Run, Barry. Run. Justice Society World War II, released in April of 2021, and is directed by Jeff Wemister, and is starring the voice cast of Stana Katic, Matt Bomer, Ahmed Adahi, Aaron Chris, Matthew Mercer, Lisa Rotaro, and Liam McIntyre. Barry Allen is the fastest man in the world, but he always seems late to the party when it comes to his love life with Iris West. And during a fight alongside Superman against Brainiac, Barry Allen goes supersonic super speed back in time to World War II. Except in this version of World War II, there is a secret gang of metahumans that are helping the Allied forces take down the Nazis. And that group is known as the Justice Society, made up of team members Black Canary, Hourman, Jay Garrick's The Flash, Hawkman, and their leader Wonder Woman. So now Barry Allen is on a quest to find his way back to his current time period, as well as helping the Justice Society take down the Nazis and a growing threat that is coming from the sea. A threat from the sea, you say? It's the DC Universe. I wonder what that could be. I'm gonna really try not to spoil anything because this is a newer DC animated feature that was released on Blu-ray and streaming services earlier this year. Not enough time for everyone to have seen this thing, so I'm gonna try really, really hard not to spoil it, even though gosh, I really want to. But this is the second installment of the next DC Animated Cinematic Universe. We just came off of what they're calling the New 52 version of the DC Animated Universe, ending with Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which is one of the best animated features that they've ever done. If you have not checked that one out, I can't recommend it enough. But I do have to give a little spoiler for that film because it kind of plays into some of the frustration that I have with this movie, so if you don't want to hear spoilers for Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, skip ahead a couple of minutes or just go watch that one. Better yet, go watch that movie and then come back here and watch this review. So you've been warned. So at the end of Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, all of the at least remaining heroes are there, and Earth is basically doomed because Apocalypse Darkseid has destroyed the core and they don't have much time left. So Barry Allen goes into the Speed Force and goes back in time and everything turns to white, essentially erasing the entire New 52 cinematic universe. And then this universe that kicked off with Superman Man of Tomorrow, which actually I enjoyed. I don't think it was anything spectacular, but it wasn't a bad film either. I thought that Flash was going to kind of show up in here and show that, hey, I restarted everything, kind of like what he did with Flashpoint Paradox and every other Flashpoint event that the Flash does. Seriously, how many Flashpoint events can the Flash do? It's, hey, I need to go back in time to stop this, and oh, that changed things, and oh, hey, I need to go back in time again to change this thing, and hey, I accidentally went back in time this time, and now I gotta fix it. It's the TV series, it's the comics, who knows what's gonna happen in the actual Flashpoint movie, but since we're getting two different Batman in that film, I would assume that he's going back in time and screwing with the timeline again. So I was disappointed in seeing this movie start, and we are in present day, and there's Barry Allen with Iris West, and they're having a picnic, and Barry is not paying attention. He's going around grabbing things that he forgot, and it's really driving Iris crazy. I thought this movie was going to start with Barry Allen showing up in the past, showing up during World War II, and he's like, whoa, I overshot my mark. And then that event was going to break this off into a rebirth universe. Personally, I think that makes more sense than just what we got here, because in the end with this one, it's like, oh hey, nothing actually really happened, and really in the grand scheme of everything, at least so far, this movie plays into nothing, which is very disappointing for me because I like seeing the Justice Society. I don't think they get enough credit when it comes to the animated films, or hell, even the CW verse, or definitely not in films. So seeing characters like Hourman and the original Black Canary, hell, even Hawkman is in there, even though he's going to be in the next Black Adam movie. I like seeing these characters. It makes me happy. Plus, I also love it when Wonder Woman's a leader. It's the best role for her whenever she's leading a team, whether it's the Justice League or Justice Society or whatever. When she's in the lead, it's the best role for her. But sadly, the whole Justice Society World War II storyline in here is I mean, it's just that. It's a story. Flash comes back and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know how I went so fast, but I guess I gotta learn to get the speed back, and then I'll go back to my timeline." And he does, and everything is back to the way it was. Nothing has changed. Even in the Flashpoint Paradox DC animated film, when he comes back from going back in time, things are a little bit different. Designs are a little bit different. But here, nothing. But speaking of the animation, I love this new animation style for this Rebirth series. The dark highlights around the characters, the borders around the characters, everything just seems bright, vibrant, and really bold colors. I like it. Whereas in the New 52 verse, the colors were a little more muted, but there were a lot more lines. Character renderings were a little more lengthy, and the outline around the features was very thin. Here, it's really bold, and it looks like an animated comic, and I like it. And you have to give it up for the voice cast of this film, especially Stana Katic as the voice of Wonder Woman. I love that we're giving Wonder Woman an accent now, just making her more universal and not all of these characters like centralized to America. I like that that's the choice now that we're doing, because it makes sense. She's from Themyscira, she's not from America, therefore she shouldn't have an American accent, she should have a Themysciran accent, whatever a Themysciran accent is. And the action scenes in this film are awesome. We also kind of get a small little origin story for the Man of Steel himself, Superman, or as they call him in this film, Shakespeare, which I have to admit, I've never heard that nickname for Superman before. And I love that. He's a reporter who's following the Justice Society, reporting back to headquarters saying, hey, it's the army that's winning all these big battles and advancing. It's not the Justice Society, because they want to keep him a secret. And because he's typing so fast and doing it so poetically, they call him Shakespeare. Such a great nickname for Clark Kent. And there are stakes in this movie. People die, and that's one of my favorite things about the DC Extended Universe, especially the animated universe. They're not afraid to kill characters, and they're not afraid to get down and dirty. It raises the stakes for me, it makes me more invested. It's just with this movie and how it plays out from start to finish, it kind of means nothing in the grand scheme of things. So I feel a little bit like I kind of wasted my time. Again, kind of wasted. It's cool to see everyone and to see this whole environment and the setting and all these characters. But again, just the grand arc of Barry Allen, hey, I'm never paying attention and I'm always frantic. And now I've learned to not be that and not take people for granted, especially the ones I love. I have seen that story so many freaking times. I'm gonna give Justice Society World War II 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos, where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next. And the next movie that we're going to be watching is a PayPal recommendation from, again, the two biggest contributors of this channel, Mr. and Mrs. Rusted Beetle. This was on your list of all the recommendations that you've sent me. Thank you guys so much. I love the recommendations that you send me. Majority of them I haven't seen, and the other majority of it is movies that I haven't seen in a very long time, like this movie, Equilibrium. I am a stan for Christian Bale. If he's doing anything, I am there, because that guy is freaking talented. Not to mention, he's the Batman in my favorite movie ever. And in this one, he's basically Batman? He's dressed all in black, his hair's slicked back. I mean, this is a couple years before Batman Begins, so I'm almost certain this was his audition. So we'll check out Equilibrium next time. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do, just attach your movie recommendation with your donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, give you a shout out on the channel, and get my review of it published as quickly as I possibly can. So guys, have you seen Justice Society World War II? What did you think about it? Where does it rank in the ranking of all of the DC Animated Universe movies for you? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of Equilibrium. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.